Oh no. I can technically be heard, Tim? Can I technically be seen? Can I figuratively be seen? Nice. Which Chris? Ah. How's my hair, Tim? Thank you. You've got that headphone look going on. Para pa pa.
Hey, happy Friday! Welcome back to the Joffice Live. My name is Tim Friedlieb, your host, and with me as usual is Jason Horonsky, our CEO, founder, president, all the big boss titles you can think of. How's everyone doing today? How are you doing today, Jason?
I'm good. It's been a week. It's been busy. It's been fun. It's been productive. I'm doing good. Got some fun stuff to talk about today.
Sweet. Do you have a little summary of what we can expect to talk about?
We are going to talk about manufacturing a little bit. We're going to talk about how did you phrase it, Tim?
Oh, what? Customer responsibility?
Customer responsibility. I had a third thing. You're making me do this off the top of my head. You're the organized one. Let's see. There's a third thing, and then we wanted to give a thing away.
Yep. We have a little contest.
Yeah. I don't know where you want to start. We have a lot to go over. That's fun.
Let's do business first. Let's do some super quick updates. I know that there's an update for the Street Fighter Kickstarter planned for this weekend, right?
Correct.
I think that just has to be reviewed and then posted.
Yeah, we should be posting that tonight.
Okay. Let's see. Pre-orders for a lot of the Street Fighter stuff has gone out already. What else? There's, I guess, another event that was announced that is a charity event with a whole bunch of crazy things. They are unbanning every card, although they're keeping erratas. So it is a standard event. It's for charity. That's the Unfun Stuff guys. That's Chris Bromley and Phil Birch. They are doing an event. I know they posted it on the Facebook groups, so if you guys are interested, you can go check it out there. But yeah, everything is unbanned, but erratas are still in place. So crazy.
All right, if you guys like to play with unbanned stuff, I'd like to see the fire emoji in the chat. I want to see everybody. I want to see that fire if you like to play with no bans.
Yeah, I expect Ryu 2 to do some things. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of stuff that's banned that is going to be good.
Oh, you mean like Shield Big Bang?
Yeah, I mean, the attacks are really standing out to me. Some characters, a couple characters.
Yep.
The erratas stay, so some of the really busted characters are back. So that's all right. Got a lot of people asking about different games in the chat right now, different projects. We can go over all the projects for sure.
Yep.
Do we want to do that at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, we can give quick status updates.
Before we do that, I want to talk about my giveaway so everyone has plenty of time to figure it out, and I'll talk about it maybe one more time throughout this show, just in case. I just realized I have another copy of Soul Calibur 6 for Xbox, directly from Bandai Namco, that we got for our research and development on the game design. We had like 10 copies of these things for our staff. If you guys want this copy of Soul Calibur 6 for Xbox, all you have to do is buy a Soul Calibur 6 booster box from our website today and pay it in cryptocurrency. The first person to do that is going to get this.
If no one pays in cryptocurrency, I will choose a random person that bought a box of Soul Calibur over the weekend. But if even one person gets it in cryptocurrency, they're going to take it from you. So,
yep, that's how it works. So get on that. Get on that crypto train. Use some Ethereum, some Bitcoin. I don't know what else we accept, to be honest, but we accept at least those two on our website. So that's going to be the giveaway today for one lucky purchaser of a Soul Calibur product in the form of a booster box. So it doesn't matter which booster box you get. I think Tim discounted one for you today.
Yep. Soul Calibur 6, I think the main set, it might be the main set, it might be Libra, I forget which one, is minimum advertised price, so it is $72. You can pick it up at that, and then, hey, enter for a chance to win the game. It is a bit of an older game, but it's super fun. I know we've all played it and enjoy that game a lot. And, we've got 2 sets of the card game based on that. Clarification, Eric Ruiz, again, I'm just guessing because I don't know the full details, but I'm pretty sure it's still a standard event, so it's not retro, although there is a in-person retro event in Summerville, South Carolina, that's also for charity, and that's going to be soon-ish. So, yeah, lots of fan-hosted events, which is great. Good job to all you guys.
All right, so that's a giveaway. That's our charity events coming up, community-driven. We have some people in the chat that want to know immediately what's going on with Mortal Kombat and the Mega Man miniatures game, or board game with miniatures, whatever you want to call it. Mega Man All-Stars. Those are nearing completion from the internal stuff. We had to get a bunch of factory information to plan out our dates. And I do believe that Mega Man is now going to be first again. I think we've been flip-flopping on these. It's most likely going to be a way smaller campaign because it doesn't have a billion and gajillion miniatures. It has 4 miniatures in it. It is compatible with 2 systems in one campaign. And then after that, we will do our big Mortal Kombat campaign. So that's the current plan. No exact dates yet. We will be doing, just expect 3 to 6 weeks of build-up and marketing and advertising. Once you see that coming out of social media, the website, and everywhere else, you know that the Kickstarter is coming any day now. And then it's a go. And we're really excited to see Mega Man in UTS. We're excited to see MK in UTS, and we're really excited for you all to try out the new Mega Man All-Stars board game. So that's the plan there. We have some really cool internal stuff I can't talk about, but we have some other games coming out with the license for My Hero Academia down the road. We're looking at different things for 2022 after the CCG release, and that's really exciting. Speaking of CCG release, I know you are all still bugging for a release date. Official release date cannot come until all the manufacturing and shipping situation is 100% confirmed, where our partners at Asmodee say we can tell you the release date, because leading into our big manufacturing discussion, our manufacturing actually doesn't have any holdups at the moment, but shipping is going to be the big thing. We have secured containers ahead of time. We've already started all the logistics for that. We have already done 2 print runs for My Hero Academia. We are about to start our 3rd print run for My Hero Academia already, just so you guys are aware. These are pretty large print runs as well. We've heard through the grapevine that they are larger than a lot of our competitors, which is really cool. So it's about as much as I can say, but it's really exciting news. And as soon as we can give you a release date, we'll give it to you. Tim has some really cool stuff while we're on the topic of My Hero. Before we forget, what can we show people today? That's just a little bit of a teaser.
Okay, so this one is totally lame and nothing interesting at all. But this is a white sample of the booster box.
Oh, you're going to troll him with that, Tim? I wasn't talking about that.
Hey, guys, this is a box. It's the size of the booster box, and you can see booster packs will go in there. So, yeah.
We literally just ordered those for sizes for the acrylic displays. Oh, can we show that, Tim? Those are cool.
What?
We showed those last week, didn't we?
We did not.
Oh, you want to show that?
Can we?
I believe we can. I don't see why not.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me get up and...
All right. So if you guys followed our Premier Store program in the past, with Asmodee, we have the flagship store program. If you ordered the minimum order, there's 2 different levels. You do get these acrylic displays with your orders as retail stores. And this is designed so that when a store runs out of booster product, the store still shows support for the game, because in the back, we're going to have a giant placard of artwork. And then in the front, you can see My Hero Academia collectible card game is stocked in that store. For My Hero Academia, it actually has its own mini display. So in addition to the big display you get for being a Premier store, anyone that ordered through Asmodee or their organized play program from their other distributors gets this acrylic display. It looks like you don't want to show the artwork, eh?
Hold on.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there.
So this is where the placards go.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've seen these in your local Premier store, big pieces of artwork that go in the back. And if we had a drum roll, it'd be a drum roll showing the front and sides of the display. Look at that. Look at that beauty. You got My Hero Academia collectible card game right in the front. Jasco on one side, Universes on the other. There you go, guys.
This will be... the box to go in there, and then, so as you can see, this is our first prototype, and this is going to be for sizing reasons. It's a little tight right now, so we're getting these adjusted.
Yep. So we ordered the white samples just for that. So that's funny that Tim's like, look at these. We get these boxes with no artwork. That's super cool. A little bit of inside information on manufacturing and research and development. All of our products do have to go through quite a bit of quality control. It's just very back-end stuff. It shouldn't really affect anything for you guys, because that's our job, is to get those done and on time. Those are manufactured in America, in Florida to be precise. So Asmodee will be distributing those out to anybody that pre-ordered in either of their Tier 1 or Tier 2 levels. And I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure if you order through another distributor, you can still get those exact same kits.
By the way, Jason, can we point out that for those of you that have seen these in your stores previously, they used to have 4 slots, right?
Right.
Because that was for the turbo format. This only has 2.
Yep, I talked about that while you were grabbing it, and I believe they're giving away multiple displays depending on how much you order. So Asmodee's really going gung-ho, getting fully behind their flagship stores for this. We are really excited that they are taking kind of what we set up for the Premier Store programming and passing it on to My Hero Academia. We're also still accepting direct sales through our website. If you're a retailer and you've put in your tax ID information, you can order directly from Jasco Games for any product that isn't the My Hero Academia collectible card game, because that is exclusive with Asmodee and their distributors. So we cannot sell that right now. It is also sold out on our website. That's just because it's sold out. We had to sneak a couple of boxes over for ourselves after all that so everybody can get fulfilled. We might get a few extra by the time release date comes. So you can get a few more boxes direct from Jasco. But we cannot sell that to retail stores by contract. So go to your local distributor. It's any distributor that Asmodee works with, and you should be able to get My Hero Academia product. We're also working on adding new territories worldwide for My Hero Academia. That's in the works right now with
that's super exciting.
So we should be adding, hopefully very soon, as long as negotiations go well, a big chunk of Europe that was missing and some other territories. So we're also discussing more languages in addition to English, adding Spanish first, and then potentially German, Italian, and French. And then we'll see from that point what other languages might make it into the My Hero Academia collectible card game down the road.
Now, remember, everyone, this is all just in the works. This is something we're working towards, and is not a statement that we have that at this point.
Not official. Yeah, not official. We are negotiating it right now to get that to the next level. It is already in the UK, parts of Scandinavia, and different parts of Europe, but it's mostly featuring the English-speaking territories, plus anything below the United States, so Mexico and below into South America. We do have the rights for that right now.
Jason, just because you kind of touched on this, we do have a question. So stores can start pre-ordering MHA through the distributors right now? I believe they've been able to already.
Yeah, pre-orders have been open. In fact, you really need to get your orders in soon, because I know that lots of stuff is sold out. We are featuring Hobby first. Hobby is first priority. Mass market actually probably won't even be getting product until February of next year. So because Hobby has to get it first. That was part of our agreement with Asmodee. Hobby stores, our local hobby stores, are a top priority. So you guys will all be getting it on the release in 2021. And mass retail will be getting their first product around February or March of 2022. So you guys get everything beforehand. You're also, if you're a retail store, the only people that are going to get booster boxes. Mass retail will get hanging packs. They don't get booster boxes. I'm also not 100% sure they're going to get the 2-player rival decks. They might be getting individual decks. We're not 100% sure there. I know that GameStop is the only exception. GameStop will probably be getting their product just slightly after Hobby release.
Jason, I just want to interrupt you real quick. We do have another couple questions in the chat now, guys. I love your passion. We're always glad to have you here watching the stream. We cannot discuss about future promotional items or events or whatnot. That would be part of our agreement with our distributor, with Asmodee partner, and our partnership with Funimation and Toho. We cannot disclose information for any chance of doing this type of a thing here, because it has to be a coordinated release of information. So while we love that you guys have these questions, things like asking, or are you gonna do something with this movie or whatnot, we cannot disclose that until we actually have a confirmed statement between all of our partners.
Without crushing your hopes and dreams, though, just know we are looking into lots of promotions. We just can't tell you what they are. Those will be coming out. In fact, it was our most recent discussion that the most exciting news is intentionally being set aside for once we get into the 2-month or 1-month period, I can't remember, right before release. So a lot of the really, really big stuff, it's going to gear up, like I've been saying from the beginning. It's going to be kind of a snowball effect where the really big news comes closer and closer to release. which hopefully we'll have that day for you really soon. It's the best I can tell you right now. And then, Tim, there's one more exciting thing you wanted to show, unless you want to wait for next week.
Sure. I can't get you a good zoom in on this, but we did get one more proof that I can kind of show off because it's going to be. I have to do it far away enough that you can't really see, but we got our proof of our organized play poster that's going to be in the Plus Ultra kits for stores, and it's right here. So as you can see, we've got some cool stuff here. We've got schedules so you can write down when your events are going to be. Here shows off the cards that you can.
Is that all the cards from the Plus Ultra pack?
It is most of them. There's a few not pictured, but I think this is most of them. And then you can see the packs here, and then and has an ad for the sleeves as well. So this is something you'll be able to get. Now this white outline, this border is not going to be there. This is a proof, so this is uncut, unready for the actual thing. This is just showing everything with a little extra bleed. But so hey, that's what if you run a store or own a store, you're going to be able to hang those up in your door or on a wall or whatnot, and get the information for, hey, this is when we're doing events. So real cool.
And again, for the local hobby shops that are stocking the game, be sure to order your tournament organized play kits
absolutely
as soon as you can. There is a limited number. We made as many as we possibly could. We worked with Asmodee together to make sure that there shouldn't be a shortage. But the game is already significantly more popular than even we thought it would be. We knew it would be really big. So keep that in mind. My phone just fell out of my pocket. I'll move that up here. Just keep that in mind. Get your store orders in for the organized play kits. I can't remember what they call them officially on the sell sheets. It's either a Plus Ultra tournament kit or a TO kit or something like that. But definitely get that now. And every single one of those boxes will have a poster in it. So if you only need one to run events, or if you want to actually write in permanent marker, you can keep using them, set new ones every time. I like to laminate them and write in dry erase, but that's just me. Otherwise, you can give them away as prizes because you're going to have extras if you get a bunch.
We have a question, Jason. Online stores count as hobby? I don't believe so.
I think it is a strict rule from Asmodee that if you do not have a brick and mortar store, certain things cannot be participated in. I believe you can order. I'm not 100% sure. I would take that up with your local distributor. It doesn't have to be Asmodee. They do distribute through most, if not all, of the other distribution chains. So ask your local distributor. I can't answer that directly because we aren't allowed to sell direct this time.
Correct. We're not doing direct sales, so this is...
I don't want to speak on their behalf and be wrong, so I would just say check with your distributor.
That's always the best plan. Talk to the person you're getting your stuff from, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we talked about the timeline, how we've kind of switched between Mega Man All-Stars coming before Mortal Kombat for a Kickstarter. Do we have any indication of a timeline for those, or are we still just kind of waiting?
Yes, we do. We believe that Mega Man will be ready for marketing in about 3 weeks. We have our project manager on that project's on vacation for the next 2 weeks starting today. So that gives us 1 week where we should be finished with all of the custom artwork for the game. That's the only thing that was left. There was, I think, 11 pieces of custom artwork that are still being designed right now for attacks for Roll, because historically she has not had a lot of artwork where she's attacking. So that had to all be custom done. I think we needed 2 base attacks that were not done yet, and a couple of other moves from Mega Man, I believe. So once I think it's 11 pieces of art are done, which should be 3 weeks from today, then we can start the marketing, and then that will launch up to 6 weeks later. I don't think it'll be any longer than that. We don't really want to wait any longer than that ourselves either.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, if we had the ability, the bandwidth, and the approvals to do so, we'd love to launch things as soon as possible. But, everything has to be done appropriately, so there's still some things to wrap up before we get into those projects.
Yeah, and we do like to go to Kickstarter with completely finished games as best we can. With the exception of like some licensing things we've had in the past, we learned our lesson from Street Fighter for sure. There was licensing approvals we did not expect to take that long, and so with Mega Man, we wanted everything approved ahead of time. Same thing for Mortal Kombat. Everything needed to be approved ahead of time, including the Kickstarter page itself, and and that also includes any potential stretch goals, whether they actually get created or not. We wanted to make sure that they're at least approved in case we do them. So we don't promise anything we can't do. So Stephen Jennings is all for Mega Man. I know he's a huge Mega Man fan. I'm a big Mega Man fan. Started our entire board game division. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about, Tim. Remind me to come back to that.
Sure. We will come back to the board games. Gotcha.
Cool. So I think that covers Mortal Kombat and Mega Man. There's not anything new to show because those are about to be launched. It's just more of the schedule and timeline, waiting on some approvals, and then those can fire. I'm really excited about them. I'm hoping we can add a cool new thing to both of those games, but we're waiting to find out from a technology point of view. No promises yet, but we're in some R&D for some cool stuff for those as well. We went over our My Hero stuff. It's not a lot of news, but a little bit of cool stuff that you got to see live on the Joffice today. And then I'm going to remind you, if you buy a Soul Calibur booster box, you have a chance to win Soul Calibur 6 on Xbox, this exact copy. If you pay in cryptocurrency, the first one to do that is automatically going to win. If you don't, it'll be a raffle.
By the way, I know I have been doing kind of weekly shout-outs to either of stores or whatnot. I'd like to start also kind of doing a weekly shout-out of YouTube channels, and I'll try to do a different one every time. But I came across today, actually, one of our fans, a buddy of mine and a fan of Jasco Games and a supporter of ours, pointed out to me, and I happened across and I was like, oh, wow, this guy's videos, I saw a couple of them that were a couple minutes long, were really good, and that channel is, let me pull it up. I'm going to do the shout out of the week, guys. Let's see, that channel is Some for All MHACCG, which, fun name for...
That is a fun name, I like that name.
Some for All. But yeah, he has a couple videos up about, he had a really good one about the phases of the game. There's another one about the play areas and whatnot. He did one yesterday, apparently, of his predictions for what Ochako Uraraka is going to have for hand size and symbols and her abilities. So it's nice, fun speculation. I enjoy it. You know, it looks like a fairly newish channel. Go ahead and check it out, guys. It's it's nice. And then I'll promote one of our bigger ones next week that might not necessarily need quite as much help, but we'll spread the love about all the different YouTube channels for those.
If you have a YouTube channel that features any of our products in any way, if you're a reviewer, unboxer, just a fan of one of the games, please reach out to community@jascogames.com, and then the PR team will forward it over to us, and then we'll try to get you on that shout out list, because anytime you guys are promoting us, we definitely want to promote you back. We appreciate all of our players and fans, and if you guys are going out of your way to grow the community, we want you to thrive in that scenario.
I will say, if you know that I know about your channel, don't worry about contacting community, because I already know about you. I'll have you on my list. If you don't think I know about your channel, then definitely email into us. But yeah. Like, for example, our friend Tam Cardwell. I'm pretty sure I know about his channel. He doesn't need to email us.
Awesome. So, I do want to get into some manufacturing information.
Yep, let's talk about
that. From the deep back end of manufacturing in the board game industry, just so you guys are all aware, I've touched on this a few times on different Joffice episodes, but I do want you all aware that the pandemic has continued to have some effects on manufacturing and shipping throughout the industry. Jasco Games is really lucky that we have extremely good manufacturing partners that don't get hit as hard by some of these situations, and we manufacture in multiple areas all over the world at the same time. We've done our best to make sure that these delays, these shortages, these shipping problems, these increase in costs aren't affecting the bottom line for the customer as much as a lot of other companies are starting to realize. I don't know if you follow Kickstarters, that's like the really most obvious way to see how the pandemic has really affected manufacturing for smaller companies where they might only make one game a year, or they have a really small team, or they don't have the logistics, where right now there are shortages of pretty much every material you can think of, not just in our industry, but all industries. We're talking computer chips, we're talking paper, tin foil, aluminum foil in general, all kind wood, just anything you can think of in core manufacturing is getting hit by shortages and price raises, and then also the international shipping rate going up about 4 times just for ocean freight. So you can imagine ocean freight costs us more than air freight used to cost before the pandemic. I used to be able to put something on an airplane for cheaper than putting it on a slow boat today. So I want everybody to keep that in mind when they're purchasing anything from another company. Yes, we have competitors in the industry, but this is a very tight-knit community. We know pretty much every manufacturer personally in our industry, and promote your game community as much as you can, but understand that right now, in addition to inflation, you're going to have lots of delays. You're going to have a lot of surprise price situations, like what we saw with the new laws in the EU, where the VAT taxes changed entirely in the middle of a fulfillment for Street Fighter. There's a lot of sticker shock there from new laws being passed. Brexit definitely took its toll on the UK for that region. The US isn't having issues with VAT, but there's definitely delays, shipping increases, and shortages. So all across the world, if you have a game company that's late on their promises, that's maybe charging a little bit more, please be patient with them and please be understanding, because everyone's being affected by this stuff. This isn't necessarily speaking to us, but you'll even see in My Hero Academia a really small price increase in the booster packs of like 25 cents or something like that, strictly from the shortages of paper. There's a worldwide paper shortage for the type of paper that collectible card games are printed on, and that's every type of paper that collectible card games are printed on.
Yeah.
We did change our paper for this print run because we're printing in Japan, so we're using the standard Japanese paper for My Hero Academia moving forward. It's no longer on the standard EU and North America black core. It's the same paper you would see on the Bandai products that are out in the market right now, because it's a similar manufacturer, and we've been able to locate an abundance of that particular paper in North America as well, and in Singapore. So this is just some of the changes that are happening in the industry. World paper supply for card games is sold out for like 2 years, and if you don't have part of that paper supply, you're kind of SOL, as they say. So that's one of the many things. So if you follow some other YouTube channels, they talk about this a lot, where Pokemon cards are going to go up in value, Magic cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, My Hero cards, Dragon Ball Super cards, Digimon cards, any card game that's out right now, Final Fantasy cards, they're having delays, and they're having price increases and shortages across the board. So we appreciate your patience for sure. That the pandemic has definitely delayed everything we wanted to do for the launch of My Hero, but we could have launched earlier, and it wouldn't have had the big boom in player count and in reach that we really needed it to have if we had waited to what we're doing right now and releasing during a part of the pandemic that more people can play the game in person. It's more accessible. You can go to a local store again in most places. So I still feel we made the right choice there. It's really unfortunate that people didn't have new stuff to play with the whole time. I mean, that definitely affects us too, because even we want to build new decks and check out new cards and see what the community is doing. But we really appreciate the patience, and I think everyone in the entire industry on our end can agree we need all your support we can get. There's a lot of logistics that we have to manage when we're publishing games, and it's way harder than it's ever been before.
And it is not an extremely high margin industry either. It's an industry of love more than anything.
That is true. The margins in tabletop gaming is nothing compared to other entertainment. If you make a video game, especially now that they don't really use physical discs as much, the margins are great. We don't do that, but that's not our expertise. We're in love with tabletop, as you can see by all these games behind me. There's games everywhere in here you can't see. So
I have two closets of games in my house, so
yeah. So my recommendation to our community is buy your products now before their price increases on everybody's games. I'm not talking about Jasco specifically. I'm saying right now you're going to have the most reasonable pricing because there is going to be delay and inflation problems that are going to raise some prices. My guess is an average of 30%. So that's my industry knowledge. So by this time next year, I would say most games are going to have about a 20 to 30% increase in price, maybe more. So if you can get your games now, shop early for your holiday season for sure. You want to beat Black Friday if you're in North America, because you're going to have a hard time getting product with all these shortages, and the prices are just going to get out of control. So we're about to go up this ramp, and then it's going to come back to hopefully a level playing field again by 2023 or 2024. But in the time right now, especially for collectibles, try to get in early rather than being late to the game, or it's going to get really expensive for you in certain collectibles and certain board games you like to play. Kickstarters especially, be patient with them. I think every Kickstarter right now is going to have a delay that's currently running. And then our Kickstarters, as we estimate our time frames, they're going to be a lot more accurate to reality with the current pandemic environment in manufacturing. So if you guys see a game might not really, or on our schedule, show that it's going to deliver in a year and a half or 2 years, like that's just realistic if it gets to that point. We are planning on beating those numbers, depending on the game. So we'll be giving you as accurate of a prediction as we can on delivery dates moving forward.
I know a number of games that I either play or have played in the past that are still, going strong, are having some other shipping delays right now. I know WizKid's newest HeroClix set was supposed to release, and I think that got delayed, unfortunately, again, because of shipping stuff. I know there's some other card games that are having shortages with sealed product, and that's unfortunate because they're, the games that are out there are all pretty good games, right? We love the rest of the industry. Good companies doing good stuff in general, so it's sad to see, the either shortages or shipping delays causing other companies to have issues as well.
Mm-hmm. And then specifically for My Hero Academia, because we're already going into our third print run, that does mean some of the product's going to be staggered out. So if you don't order on time, we want our customers to get used to, if you pre-order, you're going to be guaranteed your product because it's part of the entire pre-order process that goes to the manufacturer. If you order a little bit later, you might be on wave 2. But if you don't order ahead of time, you're going to probably have to wait for your game a little bit. So please pre-order your games to guarantee it. Now is probably not too late with your local hobby shops. It might be too late for distribution for wave 1. I think they already had to split that across different places for allocation, which we didn't even want to have to do. But we thought we printed a ton. It turns out there's still more that had to be printed, and we're still printing more. And we have not hit mass yet, so the mass print run is going to still coming up.
Yep.
And that's going to be a massive print run because it's called Mass Market. So keep that in mind. Get your orders in on time, and then in the future, sets 2 and beyond, and then anything universes related for standard. We're going to stick with this hopefully doing one print at a time. So My Hero Academia does have a first and a second edition of the print. And that will probably keep going, where the first release is always first edition, and then all extra product is second edition or no edition, whatever you want to call it. And then after that, there won't be any more. I don't think we can make more print runs because the paper supply, at a certain point, there just isn't a way to keep making the same set. Well, we've had a lot of requests for Mortal Kombat. I'm looking into that, but I don't even know if that's possible.
Yeah, I was going to say that, continuously printing the same set can be done if there's demand, but the focus is on continuing to come out with new products as well. So we
have people asking how many boxes to get a playset of most things. Generally speaking, commons and uncommons, you can get almost everything in 2 boxes. You won't get all of them if you're the playset. But generally speaking, you should get most of your playsets for your commons and uncommons. The math is pretty straightforward. It's not much different from the standard.
Man. Okay, so again, I haven't done the math, guys. I want to say that a case should get you most of everything that is common, uncommon, and a fair bit of the rares.
You probably get all the rares in a case.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you get a playset, but you the bigger sets, the more boxes it does take to get a playset of everything. Especially with random distribution, you're not guaranteed an even distribution.
I still think
different cards.
It's not going to get you everything, and there's no guarantees for sure. But you have a really good chance of getting a playset of all the rares. You'll have a decent chunk of ultra rares, because the 2-player rival decks have a big chunk of the cards in their own set. They don't mix in with the rest of the cards, so that does make it a little bit easier to pull some of the cards. But yeah, there are no guarantees. I would say it's very on par with the rest of the sets. So if you go look at Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or Cowboy Bebop release, your odds are about the same.
All right, guys. I will say I'm gonna take some host privilege / precedent. I don't know, host powers into my hand and say we're gonna cut off most of the questions about MHA stuff right now, so we can continue on the stream without maybe accidentally saying some things that we shouldn't say yet, or misspeaking, because we don't want to give you guys bad information because we're under one impression now and then we're not later. So I apologize. If you're mad, you can always be mad at me, and that's fair. I am the Grumpy Gus, the party pooper, the what's the other, the Debbie Downer.
You got a lot of names, Tim.
Yeah, I will take that heat. I apologize, but I'm going to cut off the MHA questions for now.
I did want to talk the next segment on the community, and this is mostly when you're purchasing, as a consumer, when you're purchasing a product from a company. I have to get our side of the story on this, because this is our PR team is very overloaded by stuff, because there's so many direct customers that they deal with. It's like 20,000 plus a year direct consumers, just because we have Kickstarters and online sales and stuff like that. So first of all, I would like to say that Jasco Games has delivered 99.9999% of all of our products that have been promised by a Kickstarter or any other online sale. When that doesn't happen, it is almost never because of us. Our job is to inform our customers of dates, send out emails, send out updates, and you get your online order confirmation on our web store. If you're a backer, this is the big thing. We've had a lot of backers that have come in and gotten really upset after over a year of not communicating with us that a product never ships to them because they didn't pay shipping, or they didn't pay the final price, or they never finished their transaction. When it is the customer's responsibility to order something and then follow up with it, we should not be expected to hold your product in some kind of warehouse just for you for over a year. I want to put this into some perspective. When you buy a toilet brush, is my favorite example. When you buy a toilet brush from Walmart.com, if you set it up and you're going to go pick it up, you're like, I'm going to pick up my toilet brush from Walmart, and you don't show up for a year, do you really expect Walmart, one of the biggest retailers in the world, to be holding your toilet brush ready for you with your name on it somewhere in the back? If you do expect that, it's extremely unrealistic, and it won't be the case. The problem is when you haven't finished your transaction, in this case, that's when you pay in full. With us, we ship your product as soon as you pay shipping. So if you haven't paid shipping for over a year, that means we've been paying for your product to be warehoused for over a year. Every month that you're late to finish your side of the deal, in the case of mostly Kickstarters, you've paid for your product, we've given you a shipped amount, and then it's your job to either request a refund or pay shipping. Both of those totally reasonable, and then we'll ship your product out. If you're extremely late, and we've sent multiple warnings, we say every week, hey, you have this many weeks left, you have this many weeks left, this many weeks left, and you've gotten at least 3 warnings, if not way more than that, and we still make exceptions after the fact multiple times for our customers. and then you still haven't paid it, and then you say, you're upset at us for not having the product anymore. At a certain point, we can't be paying for your warehousing. It costs us more than the product at a certain point every month to be paying for warehousing your product. So please pay your shipping on time. That is the customer's responsibility.
Related to this, I'll say, Jason, I know a lot of people, when they say they don't have emails, it can generally be in either the promotions folder or the spam folder. So good advice, someone, if you haven't heard about a purchase you made or something like that, please just check your spam folder. If you're waiting on an email from, I don't know, a job offer or a purchase or anything like that, if you're waiting on the email, you haven't gotten it, definitely check your other folders first, just because sometimes things can go wacky places, and then still follow up. If it's not there, still follow up. Like, if someone comes to us in a timely manner and says, hey, I did this thing, I paid, and it hasn't shipped to me yet, and then we'll look it up and we'll say, oh yeah, we're sorry, that's our mistake, we'll take care of that for you. Or, even then, where you're saying they're really late and, they're willing to pay, if we don't have it in your location, we can ship it from, it's going to be more expensive because we'll be shipping it from our warehouse if we still have it. But if we do still have it, we'll happily ship it out to you and say, hey, you gave us money, you get a product, but you're going to have to pay this. We can't cover the cost because you waited forever. So
yeah, we don't have infinite of our product in Amazon locations all over the world like Amazon might.
Yeah,
we have our set fulfillment centers that ordered enough for fulfillment plus an overage, right? So in Europe, if we have exactly the right amount of orders plus extra stuff, and if nobody claims that for an extended amount of time, that has to either be shipped back to us or sold off to a distributor or something like that. But if you want the product still after that, because you neglected to look at any of our Kickstarter updates, which are all over the place, you don't even have to have email to read those, or you just lost it in your email, or you changed your email, or you moved and didn't tell us, or anything like that, we have to know that stuff. We can't one-on-one hold everyone's hands to the process. It's a two-way street for completing a transaction and getting your product. So I wanted to say this because our PR department gets about 600 emails a week, if not more, depending on what kind of update there is. And they answer every single email. If you're trying to reply on Facebook, through the Kickstarter comments, through the update comments, through the Twitter comments, the YouTube comments, there's infinity ways to contact us. Please message community@jascogames.com for one, because they will get back to you on those, but it's going to take longer because they're all over the place. We have a centralized place, and every single email and update we make says how to get a hold of us the fastest.
I'm going to interrupt you real quick, Jason. The chats look a little dead right now, so I'm going to say, hey, the first person to correctly guess my favorite fast food restaurant, I will send you a promo card for Universes. It's going to be totally random, but the first person to guess correctly, I will contact you and we'll send you a promo. I want to see some motion in the chat, so guess away. Jason, back to you.
All right, so I think I'm beating a dead horse now. Basically, be a decent customer, just like we were trying to be a decent publisher to provide you your products. That's the big thing. You do understand when you email someone angrily, swearing at us and all that stuff, you're swearing at our PR department, which is human beings. They didn't do anything wrong. They're here to help you. Their entire job is to make things right when something's not right and just get you through the process. So please be a little bit more civil with them. It is a taxing thing to hear angry people all day long for things that usually, and at this point in the game, months and months and months after fulfillment, aren't our fault. So please keep that in mind, and we appreciate the courtesy. We want you to get your games. We will get you your games. Just be reasonable about it. That's all I got to say on that. So we've went over manufacturing. We've gone over decency from the consumer side. With a PR team, and that's in any business. Just be reasonable human beings, and we'll be reasonable back. Finally, we have some news. We have a new division at Jasco Games. Historically, we have been a team, one big team, one big conglomerate at Jasco Games that makes everything, and we all kind of have our says in this and that. We do break off into projects and that kind of thing. But moving forward in the near future, we are creating a board game and entertainment division. And if you are a veteran of the tabletop game industry, if you have a passion for tabletop gaming, for technologies in tabletop, for puzzles, for collectibles, any of that kind of stuff, and you're looking for a change of pace in your industry, in your career path, we would like to see any applications, any, what do you call those things that you fill out, Tim?
Survey?
No, the things that you, when you're getting a job, you do the
a resume?
A resume. Yeah, sorry guys. Went completely blanked on an easy word. Send us the resumes to community@jascogames.com. Our PR team will forward those over to me and our project manager and our COO to look over those, because we are looking for the dream team in tabletop gaming. We want anyone that has design experience, that has graphic design experience, manufacturing and logistics experience, basically you name it, marketing, PR, all that stuff. If you can do something and you are going to excel in the board game industry and any other type of collectible entertainment that's not the collectible card game, we're looking for applicants right now. And hopefully that could be you.
Must have the appropriate amount of hustle.
Lots of hustle. If you don't hustle, you don't bustle.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Hey, man, I got it. I understood.
So those are my three topics of the day that are a little out there, a little bit more discussion-y. And then we also are giving away this. Don't forget. Tim, how do you get this?
You buy a box of, I guess, let me actually, it could either be Libra or Soul Calibur from our website. And, I guess Jason said you got to pay with cryptocurrency, but if nobody pays with cryptocurrency, I'll just choose one person that bought it over the weekend.
Zach Paisley on the chat said Jason does not know what a resume is because he has always ran his own business and never had to make one. That is not true, but that is why I forgot. I haven't had to make a resume in 22 years.
I'm sure you had to make one for business classes, right?
I've had to make them for school, and I did have one other job other than Jasco Games. I worked at a place called, what is it called? It was an ice cream place that they make. They made me call it Frozen Custard in Lubbock, Texas. What the heck was the name of that place? I worked there for 3 weeks. That's basically it.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but I made frozen custard for people, and that was my only
custard. By the way, is way better than soft serve ice cream.
Well, I just got reprimanded all the time for calling it ice cream.
So it goes, for me, my personal taste, here's ice cream, here's custard, and here's gelato. But they're very close.
Gelato's
they're very close.
Incredibly good.
But ice cream's down here.
Yeah, well, anyway, I did have to do a resume for that job. I was there for 3 weeks. I quit. I was not fired. It turns out I was like, why am I doing this? I should be doing something in the game industry. And then I just did that.
BT Dub, no one has correctly guessed my favorite fast food restaurant yet.
Really? It's not Raising Cane's?
It is not. I know what Jason's is.
I feel like everyone likes Raising Cane's.
I would say...
It must be In-N-Out, right?
I think... Well, no, that was guessed too, and it was wrong. Next week, I'll do a giveaway for Jason's favorite fast food place.
Mine's so obvious, Tim. I think I say mine like every 10 seconds.
But don't say it right now.
I'm not saying it right now.
But yeah, so do we have any other quick little topic we can talk about for a few minutes, or are we good? Are we gonna let the people go?
I want to give people just another reminder. Any order made through Jasco Games website does come with the free demo decks while they're available. We're getting new demo decks in that will be distributed internationally through Asmodee to all the brick and mortar stores. And those are going to be with the proper frames and all that stuff. With new names, all that.
Right. Stephen Jones, by the way, thanks for watching, Stephen. We love you. You're great. Great memories hanging out with you in Atlanta. And I think in Rockford when you got second place with Iori against, I think that was Kevin Broberg playing something. Anyways, so Stephen Jones asked me earlier about when scrolls are going to go up for redemption. I do have plans for during the fall to update the redemption. Been a little bit busy this past year and a half, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but probably I think like August or September is when I'll be updating the redemption stuff. And
Do we have squirrels available now, or do we have to produce them?
we have to make more, which is the issue right now. So
That's okay. I was gonna say if we have some, maybe we can get the people that are really in need of squirrels taken care of today. But if we don't have any, I guess it's a little rough.
we're gonna be making some more. We're pretty much out. We did have a I don't know what I was gonna say. Anyway, we do plan on putting them up on redemption along with Sleigh Ride Special Delivery. That cool new card is pretty sweet as well. Don't forget about that card. Yeah, we have some other things that we're working on too. Still, like we said, we're always working on more stuff. But yeah, that's what we got. Still, all right. So nobody has guessed about my favorite fast food place. I'll keep it going next week. We'll do that, and when someone finally guesses mine, then we'll go on to Jason's. How about that?
I want to guess, but I don't think I know it.
You can guess.
Let's see. What do I win?
You win a promo card.
Okay, let me think. I get one guess. I haven't really read the chat. I just know it's not Arby's.
It is not Arby's. It is also not In-N-Out, although In-N-Out is good. It's not In-N-Out.
I'm going to say fast food, does it have to have a drive-thru?
Yes.
Okay, it has a drive-thru, so it's not Five Guys. Ah, boy.
Five Guys is overpriced anyway.
It also doesn't have a drive-thru. So I'm going to say, couldn't be McDonald's. That's too, probably not Burger King. It's not Subway. I'm going to go with, has a drive-thru. Ooh, killing me.
Funny enough, there are some Subways with a drive-thru, even in this town.
I've seen them, and they're really weird because it's like completely anti-Subway. I'm going to go with Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's has a drive-thru? Huh.
No, but I just couldn't guess anything else. So it's probably not it since it doesn't have a drive-thru.
Nope.
Well, dang. I guess next week you can win a promo card, everybody, if we remember.
We'll see what happens.
Did anybody win this? Did anybody do the cryptocurrency Soul Calibur Winorama?
Let me see if anyone's even bought anything yet. I will say, what card am I going to give away? I will give away, for correctly guessing, I will give away one each of the new frame of the foil frame of Revoke and Out of Your League. That's a pretty good prize, right?
Those are good. That's 2 cards.
Nope, nothing. Kevin Carrigan, you have another couple minutes to correctly guess my favorite fast food place to go get food from. If you get it, you can get an Out of Your League and a Revoke with the new foil frames.
Oh, and thank you guys again for the articles that we asked to be written. There were some great articles sent our way for My Hero Academia. That was fantastic.
Yep. If you emailed us, you should have gotten, at the very least, a reply from our community. If you don't immediately hear about something, that doesn't mean you're out of the running for anything. We're keeping people in our pocket, and we'll potentially, if we like your stuff, we'll potentially get with you when we have need of something that we feel you can tackle with writing.
I saw some other good guesses there.
Well, Whataburger does not exist in Las Vegas, Stefan.
It's great, though.
It's okay.
I love Whataburger.
It's okay.
I don't eat meat, so as the meatless, like, fresh stuff on a sandwich bun, very good. All the ingredients are very fresh.
All right, guys, I know this does not matter to any of you that don't live in town, but Jason, there's a place not too far away over on Spring Mountain called Karma Burger, and everything is Impossible Burgers, but it's okay. I've heard it's very good.
I'm not a big fan of the fake meat. It's just kind of weird to me, but I might try it. I mean, if I'm going down that road, I'm going to get myself a cheese dog. at Crunchies. It's literally the greatest snack of all time. Oh my god, so good.
That is not fast food. You cannot just select Crunchies. I'm just gonna let you guys know I do love it. It's very good.
It's so good. It's if you come to Vegas and you haven't been from town, go to Chinatown. Go to a place called Crunchies.
All right.
Oh my god.
I will give the biggest possible hint I could about this. There's a different name for this chain here in the West
That's the easy hint.
and in the Midwest.
I know what it is. That's like the easiest hint ever.
I basically just gave it away. So whoever types in first.
Like, the first person to think wins. There it is.
Yeah, Ruben guessed correctly. It is Carl's Jr.
It's Hardee's.
Yep. Although Stefan had a very good guess with the checkers being rallies, but yeah.
You know, I haven't been to a Hardee's in a really long time, and I realized they have really good jalapeno poppers.
They have pretty good jalapeno poppers. I really love the Western Bacon Cheeseburger. It's my favorite barbecue burger in fast food. And did you know? Well, you wouldn't know, Jason, because you don't eat meat. But they used to have for $5 when I first moved to Las Vegas. They had for $5 a sirloin steak sandwich. That was a Western Bacon cheeseburger, but it was a piece of steak. Well, it was like an actual steak. It was awesome. It was my favorite thing. Period. So.
Well,
Ruben.
I don't know if the general public knows this. When Tim says I don't eat meat, I've also never eaten meat. So I don't know what it tastes like, just so you guys know.
Ruben, please email me at tim@JascoGames. I will remember that you won, but email me so that I can get your email address. Or not your email address, your address, so I can send you cards.
I think we did it, Tim. I think we have another successful Joffice. The Squirrel Cup.
I can't pronounce. I apologize. TRZ. I'm gonna call you TRZ. I cannot pronounce. I don't want to attempt to pronounce your name and pronounce it incorrectly. I guess I could call you Dominic for your second name. There are a lot of fast food chains here in the U.S. There's probably 50 or more. There's probably more than 50.
I mean, you got A&W wasn't said. You got Del Taco, Taco John's.
Oh man!
Vegas.
By the way, if you think Del Taco is good at all, go to the Del Taco in Barstow. The original founders still own it. They're allowed to do the original menu, and it is
Which one?
Really good.
Del Taco?
Del Taco in Barstow. They have two locations.
In the Midwest, they have Taco John's. That place is awesome. There's also that weird Nebraskan place. What's it called?
I don't know. That's who goes to Nebraska?
The Nebraskan players.
Sure. Hey guys, so if you can't tell, we're probably pretty hungry and we should go get some lunch.
I think we're both starving, to be honest.
Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your weekend, play some games, have fun. We love you, and we'll see you next week. Thanks so much.